everybody. It is that time of the week where we are at the weekend beginning, ready to get it started, ready to sit back and relax. And the best way, actually this is a scientific fact, the best way to start out your weekend is to tune in here to 99.5 WCYJ-FM, The Hive, and listen to Sports with Sparky, of which this is the show. Sports with Sparky. I'm your host, Ethan Spazarski. I appreciate everybody tuning in, taking the time here to sit back, relax with us, start to enjoy the weekend. Nothing strange who I'm about to introduce here. The first hour, if you for a familiar fan of the show, it's usually hockey talk, and who else would I have over to talk hockey with me? None other than the one and only Will Wilson, the host of the Five for Fighting show, which premieres here on Thursdays from 12 to 1. Will, how are you, good sir?
I'm doing good. How about you, Sparky?
You know, man, it's been a heck of a week. So I think I'm ready to get the weekend back on. I'm ready to get it back started to relax a little bit and get 1 week closer to spring break, of which I ever so enjoy. Just
nice.
Go home and see my family.
I am ready for this weekend too. Nice little break right now.
Yeah, you're not going out or anything or doing anything.
No, I've barely gotten any sleep, so I'll be sleeping all tomorrow.
Cool.
I am going to the Pens game though. Pens Lightning game.
Yes.
On Sunday, so
I wonder why you're doing that. Oh.
I wonder why.
You know what? And that was the best segue to lead into the first topic I want to discuss with you today. Is holy crap.
Yes.
I'm officially annoyed.
Yeah. So. Funny enough, I did go to the Pens game last night as well.
Yes,
to
see the Connor McGod.
And it was just the first minute, 7 seconds of that game was all Penguins because they scored. After that, not so much. I'll say this: Penguins did fine in the first period. I think a couple I think the first power play goal, that was kind of like a weak call that went against the Pens and Edmonton scores. It was McDavid actually scoring a nice, really, really nice goal. The second one, that one, it was right. It was. I think it was. I believe a tripping, and if it wasn't even called for tripping, he still hooked the guy. He hooked him and then also tripped him. So that was it. But the second period, just they could not pass whatsoever. Their passing was sloppy. Their defense was terrible. They were letting up so many 2-on-1s. Jari was not looking good whatsoever. He could not make a save at all. And it was just very, even as the Penguins have started to become my second team that I'm following. And it was just very frustrating to see a team like the Penguins, who have been so good for so many years, and just fall out flat. And, it's kind of one of those things where it's unfortunate to see, because now with Crosby, it's terrible to watch a team just fall apart around him. I mean, even Malkin and Letang aren't Letang did score the 2 goals last night, but his second goal, it doesn't honestly, both those goals don't even matter because it was 7-2. So you might as well those goals just don't really count whatsoever at that point. So it's kind of frustrating to see a team that had so much potential, and I still think could have so much potential if they put the right pieces together to make another cup run. You know what? It's funny. So, I did not turn on the Penguin. I did not watch it because I knew in the back of my head that this was going to be an obliteration show. The Penguins, I mean, they can't hold a lead to save their lives. They've shown that when they play them, especially when they play in the Metropolitan Division, especially the last 3 games they've had. 2 against the Islanders, 1 against the Devils. They come in here with Edmonton. Jari's back. Hey, Jari's healthy. We all thought this was the key part to come back that would turn the Penguins around, and hey, we'd see that wild card team that we'd been hoping for and expecting. And it was I kept looking. It was 1-0. Then it was 1-1. Then it was 2-1. Then it was 3-1. Then it was 5-1. Then it was 7-1. And I said, what are we even doing here? Great, you scored a second goal, but it was 5-2 at that point. It was 3-1 when they initially scored a second goal. And that, honestly, because it was called back, I believe it was offsides, and so then it was 3-1 again. And then Edmonton goes down, scores a 4th one, and then Pittsburgh, they come back, they score another goal, but it's clear as day a high stick. It goes above the crossbar and it goes in. And I think at that point, that just kind of killed all the momentum, because you could have potentially had a tied or a close to a tied game, depending on if the first non-goal that went in, the first goal that was called, back, if that went in, who knows if Edmonton goes back and scores, and then also who knows if Crosby and them go down the ice because they were literally put out there after that, and they go and score.
Edmonton's going at this point in the season. Edmonton is going in the right direction. Penguins are obviously not. Jari yesterday, in case for some reason you missed it, this was a sold out crowd, by the way, in front of a sold out crowd at PPG Paints Arena. It was. Tristan Jarry had a 79% save percentage yesterday. He allowed 6 goals on 23 shots. Casey DeSmith ended up coming in, and he allowed 1 goal on 14 shots.
Yeah, and that 1 goal, I will say, was a penalty shot.
It was on
against Connor McDavid. So you look at that and be like Casey DeSmith honestly didn't have a bad game. Yeah, he lets in that penalty shot against McDavid, but literally, I think there's maybe 2 goalies in the league that could stop him, and obviously one is Vasilevsky, who did do it, and then I would throw in maybe Swayman right now. Olmark in there to do it.
I think honestly, Olmark and Vasilevsky right now, it's always funny, there's always at least 2 goaltenders that are just really hot at every point of the year, and one of them's always Vasilevsky. It's not even a debatable topic because of he is the best goaltender in the world. Everyone says it, and everyone agrees with it. But so right now that puts the Edmonton Oilers in second place of the Pacific Division. That's with 72 points. Penguins now fall all the way down to 5th place with 63. They're 4 points behind the Islanders, and then now they're officially 12 points behind the Rangers. They're digging for themselves. It went from a little hole to just a huge giant Grand Canyon gaping hole, and it stinks to see because we know these Penguins have the talent to do stuff. But everyone I feel like here especially has been like, Penguins need to make a move. There needs to be some sort of change.
But I look at it and I see what move can help them win a cup now, and that's none.
Well, there is none. There is none. No.
In my mind, this Penguins team, and it seems like a lot of you guys that live in the Pittsburgh area, you always get attached to all these players and stuff. We're
a loyal team city.
Which is, in Tampa, that has become a thing too. Is we always get attached. But the problem is that you guys got to learn to move on from certain players, and that is something that Hextall hasn't learned. He hasn't moved on whatsoever. He's not looking it's this era is over for Pittsburgh Penguins. The Crosby era is coming to a close. You can't just bank that they're going to pull something out and get another cup. It is hockey. Something can happen. But it's also, there's so many good teams. You look at the Edmonton, they're second in the Pacific, but in my opinion, they do not match up to the talent of the top 6 in the East, which have the top 6 in the standings.
Point wise, I'm pretty sure our 5th and 6th place teams in the East are right where the first place teams are in the West. Point wise,
point wise and just talent wise, I feel like they're better.
No, they are.
So
they are, but they also have an advantage too because a lot of these Eastern teams don't like each other and are very physical.
And it's going to be a huge bloodbath in the playoffs.
Yeah, we have made mention to.
We've made mention, and you just look at it, and the Penguins, if they can't beat, I'm not saying Edmonton Oilers are some weak team. I'm just saying if they can't beat a Western team that isn't even what the regular East team is going to look like, there's even I was talking to a couple people, even if they make the playoffs, they would have to face Carolina, and they would probably lose to Carolina. I would say they get swept by Carolina.
It's not going to happen. As of last night, officially, without a doubt. I mean, it's not official yet, technically, but the Pittsburgh Penguins and Mayas are not making the playoffs. The streak is over. 16 years. It is incredible, but it is not going to continue because, even if we were to make a move to somewhat try to push us towards a playoff push for a wild card spot, it's not going to happen.
And it's you look at it, you trade a player for another player, you're probably going to give up another pick, and at this point, you're going to need all the picks you could get to start some sort of rebuild. The Penguins, they have to look at it, these past 16 years, like you said, have been fun for them, from 09 all the way to now, or you could even say 08 when they went to that one final as well.
Yeah.
But you got to look and be like, all right, let's see if we can maybe take a couple years, get in this rebuild phase, and
they should have started it this year though because
they should have started a couple years ago. And after that bubble performance when they lost to Montreal, I think that should have been a indication. Okay, I feel like 2019 not so much because I mean they got swept by the Islanders, so maybe you could make a case for that. But I feel like that whole playoffs was just kind of weird. I mean, the Lightning got swept by Columbus. Do you think the Lightning were going to blow up the whole team then? So I feel like 2019, I wouldn't say is it. I think 2020 is really the one where it's like they lost to the 24th place team in the league, and I think the Penguins were like 12th. So it's one of those you have to look at. I think that's when you start and be like, okay, that should have been the starting point of the rebuild. You should have,
especially it's hard because. Like you mentioned, we're a very loyal fan base. I feel like for the Steelers and the Penguins, it is a very loyal, driven fan base by ownership and fans. You can't say the same for the Pirates and how Bob Nutting runs his organization. But for me, I honestly would have started this year would have been my first year of a rebuild. You have two of the three-headed monster is officially free agents where there's no legal binding problems, there's no money to be dealt. They could have just been gone. Yeah. And in my opinion, I wanted to sign Letang to a 2-3 year deal max because defense was our need first. And I feel like we could address it with him being there, especially for that leadership. I said let Malkin walk. It's not worth it. No. Save the cap space. What they do, they signed Kapanen and they re-signed Letang. Obviously, they did more players than that, but two key guys. And now look at it. Malkin's having a good-ish year, but Kasperi Kapanen is now officially on waivers as of today.
Yeah, he was put on waivers about an hour ago. And you speak of Letang and Malkin. I think keeping Letang for a couple more years is fine because maybe you get a new defenseman in and you have Letang, help them out, help them develop. But Malkin, you should have just let walk. You should have added more depth. And now, we've talked about this before. Letang and Malkin are losing their trade value. To a lot of people are looking at them and be like, well, why do we need them? They're older, they're probably going to play for a year, and who knows, if we grab them, is this the year that they're just going to be completely terrible for us?
And I got it, because I'm a big guy on give credit where it is due. Evgeny Malkin, he's played 57 games this year, has 58 points, 21 goals, 37 assists. He has 26 power play points, so he's not having a bad year. Yeah. I'll give him credit. He's having a better year, but he's 36. He's injury prone as heck as of the past few years. He's been with us since 2006 when we drafted him. To me, because you look back in the 2021, he played 41 games and got 42 points. He played 33 games in 2020 and got 28 points. I feel like from 2020 to 2021 is really where the decline began, and that's where you have to start to move on because he wasn't producing, because he wasn't playing a lot. So for me, it's truly move on from Letang, get something valuable from him if you have to trade him, and if you let him walk in free agency, then that's fine. But the Penguins could have gotten something from nothing, and now they have nothing and will get probably nothing. Fire Hextall chants throughout PPG last night.
Oh, yeah.
Justifiably so. And I feel like, and I may mention this to you before, if a fan base has turned on the ownership, then that means we are getting close to the end, I feel, of Hextall.
I don't see Hextall staying around, especially if he doesn't even make some sort of move to get draft picks. At this point, if you are the Pittsburgh Penguins, don't care about the playoffs anymore, because even if you make it, you're not winning anything, and you're not going to get anything in return.
There's Cinderella stories in it, but this is an unrealistic.
Even if they get through Carolina, they're going to have to play New Jersey or Rangers. If they get through one of those, they're going to have to play Boston, Tampa, or Toronto, and then let's say they get through all of that, they're probably going to be beat up. They're probably not going to have Malkin or Letang because one of them's going to get injured. Jari's probably going to get injured if they manage to go that far.
I feel like this year, give him a little credit because he went through at least with his injuries, it was through a specific time period. It wasn't like it was scattered out throughout the year. But if next year, if this is happening again, you got to start thinking of moving on from him because I'll give credit to where it's due. He's stepped up in a starting goaltender role. He's still middle of the pack if you rank all the starting goaltenders in the NHL.
Yeah, he's nothing spectacular.
He's turned into a good starting goaltender. He has. It's the facts.
He's not bad, and you said, he is playing again in a terrible there was so many 2-on-1s. There were so many breakaways last night
because the defense is atrocious. And
the defense is terrible.
But that's been the story all year. The defense has been atrocious.
And I think Jari has gotten better in the sense that he's not making dumb plays when he comes out to go play it and he's passing it to people.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also in some games not been able to make the saves that he needs to make, and also he kind of reminds me, and I said this I think a few weeks ago on my show. Tristan Jarry reminds me of Ben Bishop in Tampa Bay. Ben Bishop was good. Our defense was all right. It got better when we got Andre Vasilevsky, but Bishop was so injury prone, and he always got injured in the worst possible way, and in the dumbest ways too. Like he went to go play the puck in the Stanley Cup final, and one of our defenders, I think it was Hedman or it may have been Hedman actually, who was coming to go get it, and he runs into Hedman and they score, and then he gets injured in that. And that was Jarry, I think 2 years ago against the Islanders when he went out and played it, and he just passed it right to an Islander.
It was, I can tell you when the Penguins had, and this is a word that Laney's not going to like, but they had a lot of momentum in that game. That was finally it was back and forth, but it seemed it was teetering on the side of the Penguins, and he just, when he threw that right, just out in front of the net with no goaltender in front, right to an Islander while there were two Penguins next to him, I was like, oh my gosh. This is the Penguins will be the death of me. But
the Penguins, they're just end of an era, and I think if Hextall doesn't make a move to get any picks whatsoever, he's gone.
The fans have made their choice. You can't lead a team as a GM and
have the fan base
hate you. It's just impossible. So it's over for him, and it's over. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Sports with Sparky. In case for some reason you weren't paying attention before this, or you're just tuning in, I'm joined by the excellent Joe Venzel, the magnificent Logan Lepispo, and the awesome Will Yoakum. Yes, I was able to pull 3 adjectives out real quick.
Awesome.
To pull these gentlemen here with me, all of which are football dudes that know what they're talking about. Logan, more or less the mock draft expert, coming into this.
Book.
I did write a book.
Write a book.
We got a hard opponent here, Sparky.
Mel Kiper, who?
Who's the hard opponent?
Logan. No, you just called him the expert.
Yeah, I mean he is.
I
He wrote a book.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
I mean, it's a fantasy football book, but none.
Doesn't matter. It's a book's a book.
I'm an author, I guess.
It's what can't you stop? I mean, real quick, I'm gonna take a drink from my Starbucks. Gentlemen, you ready?
Oh,
I was born ready.
Sparky, I'm more than ready.
Locked and loaded.
Yes.
We're ready to go. All right, guys. So, just real quick, we are gonna do 2 rounds. We do have an hour, so. If my time calculation is correct from last week's simulation run with my good friends House Cat and Ryan Martin, who I appreciate joining with me when no one was even here, we're going to run through 2. So I know Logan and I have kind of looked through film. We've been kind of extra preparing for this for events coming up. So, yeah. We ready?
Oh, we are ready.
Let's get it.
Let's
do
go.
it! Alright, cool. Let me just make sure I select all these teams. Oh, wrong mouse. Let me just make sure I select all teams.
Look at this guy.
That's
He
a
calls
new-
it
I was on the
that's
wrong
a
mouse.
new move.
I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Starting draft.
Guy.
This is without trades. As of right now. So,
trade.
if for some reason the Chicago Bears weren't to trade the first round pick, who would we be taking?
You want to go around the horn, or are we?
Yeah, just group discussion.
Okay. I'm going Jalen Carter or Will Anderson. I'm leaning towards Will Anderson though.
No, I agree with Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter?
Yeah, I agree with Jalen Carter
Bold.
on that.
Joey.
I'm going Will Anderson.
Will Anderson. I personally think Will Anderson just provides the little bit of an edge that the Bears need. I'm not saying Jalen Carter isn't an exceptionally talented player, but
whoever gets him, whoever we mock gets him is.
Will
gonna be
Anderson,
lucky.
first off the board, first player taking the draft, second overall pick is the Houston Texans.
Let's just get this quick. Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. He's gonna say CJ.
I am going to say CJ.
He said it. He
Well,
said CJ.
I mean, the majority rolls.
Majority does rule, but no.
What's your
it's-
argument for
Okay,
that?
here's my argument. I say that Bryce Young falls 2 in this draft to the Colts. Now,
Bryce Young.
falls.
Okay.
I mean, it's obviously not going to be a far drop because the Colts do need a quarterback, and I believe that they will get the quarterback that they need. But in my opinion, I believe that CJ is the better quarterback in this draft. He has the better talent around him. I believe that Bryce Young really, he has proven himself. I hate using that phrase, but I don't see any shining moments of Bryce Young.
Stat-wise, technically, I can see this year where you're coming from.
Stats, schmats.
Stats, schmats, but
Show me him on the field.
I'm telling you. I mean, it's just in my humble opinion.
the argument's closer than I think a lot of people give credit for, but for me, I am taking Bryce Young. But it is closer than a lot of people say. I will give credit. I do like C.J. Stroud, but Bryce Young, to me, I trust the Alabama system in the NFL more than I do the Ohio State.
Well,
as a
fair
first
enough. And you know what? Either way, both teams are getting the quarterback that they want and talented quarterback
And,
in
and
that.
theoretically, we're doing this without trades. I think Colts and Bears might be like a
Flip-flop.
lock trade.
Yeah.
Like I think everybody's been predicting it by now, and if not, they've probably already been working on work.
Well,
getting the trade
there will be
figured
more
out.
mock drafts to come. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it this year.
Combine is in 4 days.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Four days.
4 days, nonetheless. We put up the fours, boys. All right. Next is the Arizona Cardinals.
Joe, I want you to start
Yeah,
this
start
one.
with Joe.
Give me Miles Murphy,
Ooh.
second edge off the board.
Okay.
I
Miles
think
Murphy.
that
Miles
the
Murphy.
Cardinals' offense is pretty solidified, and I don't believe that they bite on anybody high, and they get a good edge rusher off the board in this one. I'm taking Miles Murphy.
Miles
from
Murphy.
See, this is where I said
What
Will-
posi-
Will
what-
Anderson.
Will
at
Anderson?
edge.
You would say Will Anderson?
This is where I set him, just because I didn't think the Bears would take him. I think they would rather get Jalen Carter. I mean that you need every defense can start with a great interior D line. You know what I mean? So the Bears need help defensively. So Will Anderson would be the next one.
Just judging by what we have off the board,
This is crazy different from what we had already.
I think
First
O
draft.
line. I think O line's definitely in play, but I don't think either of them go too early. I think you got to go Jalen Carter or even maybe Tyree Wilson here. I don't mind Miles Murphy. I think he's very talented, but I think Jalen Carter's too good to pass up for the Cardinals. Honestly,
Honestly, the Cardinals are in need of pretty much a lot of spots on this team, and if Jalen Carter is available and they don't take him, I think they're pulling us Cleveland Browns and just choking away a draft pick. So
Fair enough.
for the sake of it, Jalen Carter, Will Anderson, if he is around, I understand
Yep.
that pick. Miles Murphy, another edge. To me, though, I think Jalen, for the sake of defense, I think Jalen Carter, especially with J.J. Watt retiring, is where we're going to go with this one. So, next upcoming, the Indianapolis Colts. We taking now, since technically Bryce Young
Yeah.
for this
Bryce
official
Young's
draft.
already off,
Yes.
off the board.
That's what I was
Alright,
going
go
to
ahead
say.
and draft Will Anderson in there
If
or
Bryce,
Jalen Carter. I mean.
Yes.
Carter,
if
yeah.
Bryce Young's still on the board, I'd put him here, but I say CJ goes.
Oh yeah,
CJ.
it's no doubt CJ
yeah,
here.
CJ would go to the Colts.
CJ, and I want everyone to know this, I'll say this personally, especially to the camera. CJ Stroud, if you have Will Levis above either Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, or Mr. Anthony Richardson, please don't speak to me ever again.
No.
Respectfully, don't ever speak to me. Don't look at me.
I
It's
concur.
it's
I
so
agree.
unrealistic.
Respectfully, seek help.
Seek help, but respectfully seek help nonetheless. All right.
Call the number.
Pick number 5 belongs to Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is in much need right now. According to PFF, they have guard, center, D-line. Their line, like the Steelers, is not good, but it progressed in the right direction by the end of the year. However, for me, center or guard, that's definitely where I'm going. How about you guys? Center, guard?
So who are you mocking here? We'll start with you this time, Spark. And
So-
it's your show, but I'm kind of directing us.
I like the direction. I like the
Future
direction.
WCG
Interior defensive lineman.
GM.
So, Osiris Torrance. He was pretty good for Max Duggan. It's Duggan, right? Not Dugan. Duggan.
I believe it's
Torrance is
I believe
Richardson.
I believe it's
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Dugan.
Osiris Torrance for Anthony Richardson's done a really good
You're gonna go
job.
Dugan?
I think it's
Steve
Dugan.
Avila.
I don't know what it
I'm
is.
sticking with Duggan.
Duggan.
I guess we'll find out on draft day.
Say
Yes,
Duggan.
it
If
is
you're
drafted.
talking about him, say Duggan Dugan.
It's Duggan Dugan. I know. I'm 90% sure it's Duggan because that's how the
That
ESPN guys
Duggan.
say it.
Duggan quarterback.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
TC
that
that
TC
one guy.
That one guy.
You know, he lost 65-7 in the national championship. That guy.
He got there though. He proved everyone wrong
Yeah,
by
he
getting
beat
there.
Michigan.
He also
He beat
proved that
Mich-
Big 12 team.
Joe's in the corner.
Michigan
Hurts.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
What happened?
Tough scene.
So what are we doing here? What's going on?
I
Sparky?
honestly, I think Osiris Torrance is honestly one of your better options. Florida did have a better offensive line than I honestly think maybe Alabama this year. Alabama's offensive line was atrocious. Just watching the film of Bryce Young, I'm like, this man's just running for his life almost every play. There was few games where I thought that offensive line for Alabama was great. But I'm going to take Torrance for this one. I think he's a good guard.
I like that pick. I mean, it's a position that they need. I did have Jalen Carter falling to the Seahawks in this one, but I mean, if they really do need that interior lineman, if they do bite on that, I say they go Torrance.
No, that's Torrance.
Torrance.
I don't mind it. I think it's a little early. I don't think he'll end up going this high. Obviously, majority rules, but for the sake of saying who I would probably throw here, I feel like Seattle's always a team that's like just gonna throw in kind of like a random guy
Yeah.
that you might not have heard of really.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this year Tariq Woolen, very underrated, but he ended up being like a superstar this year.
Defensive Rookie of the Year nominee.
I think
Yeah, very good year.
Tyree Wilson is definitely in play. They need D-line help gain pressure, so that would probably be my pick here.
Tyree Wilson.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that does sound. I mean, for the sake of it, I do think they need offensive line help more. Honestly,
No, I agree.
for Geno Smith, especially because he's getting older.
Yeah.
But the Wilson definitely a fair take. The Texas Tech boy.
I think if Osiris Torrance is the guy that they want, trading down is the best
Snaps,
option
I
there.
agree on there.
He's not allowing. I mean, he's not allowing a lot of hurry. He only allowed 8 hurries this year. I didn't allow
not
any
bad at all.
sacks. So to me, that's what they need. The Detroit Lions hold the number 6 overall pick they got from LA this year. D line help, linebacker. They just need. I think they need a corner first. Honestly, for me,
That's my pick.
corner. I think
The-
Christian Gonzalez or Devin Witherspoon.
No.
No.
You're missing one key factor.
Really?
Man.
Who am I missing?
Don't
He's
you-
going
He's gonna say it.
earlier.
He's gonna say it.
Say
He's
it.
going early.
That's a terrible
Jay.
pick.
Joey.
Porter.
Jay.
No way. No
They need
way.
the
What do you
corner.
mean?
Dude, listen.
You're crazy, man.
Call me Big Ten bias. It's
Big
really
time bias.
Big Ten bias.
Yeah, you know, call me that. But
Okay.
so the most football I watch, and I believe that Joey Porter Jr. I should say, is the best deep back in this draft.
Will Schmoke him?
Sorry, it's the truth.
Well,
Will's
It's
about to
sad
throw
to hear.
hands.
No, it's sad to hear that because I want him to be a Steeler, but
So do I.
I don't know. You know, we're at the
Why?
17th and 32nd overall pick. It's hard to say if we're gonna have time to get him or not. But I do want to read something I just saw on Yahoo Sports right here when it comes to their mock draft. They have the Detroit Lions picking up Florida QB Anthony Richardson.
No way!
I thought that was so
Yahoo
outlandish,
Sports. What?
so bizarre
No.
that I had to say it because this makes
Yeah,
absolutely
no, he's
no
Anthony
sense.
Richardson is a lot of mock drafts in the last 2 days. He's just been rising up everyone's board.
Yeah, no, a lot of people. His odds for going
He's
as
the
the
hot
first overall
commodity.
pick is
it's
like,
plus 750 right now.
Yeah,
It's a hot.
And,
He's a hot
and like
commodity.
2
It's
weeks,
rising.
2 weeks ago, I think it was like plus 1500.
Wow.
So it's literally
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
cut in half
Yep.
now.
Insane.
Hey, I mean, I
It's
like
a-
him.
it's
I
a
think he has a
big
lot of
draft.
potential. I think he's honestly him and Lamar are very similar. He had 130 less carries than Lamar, but he's only averaging 3 less yards a carry than Lamar was. So if he'd probably be in the same direction if they would have stayed the equal amount of time in college. But Logan, how about you? What overall? Who do you think Detroit's
Well,
taking?
do you want to say who you think Detroit's taking first?
No, I agree.
You
with him.
agree?
I agree with Joey Porter.
See, I think corner's definitely the way to go, and I agree with you, Sparky. I think it's between Witherspoon or Gonzalez. Joey Porter's phenomenal. I definitely could follow in his father's footsteps, but I think Witherspoon and Gonzalez are definitely talent-wise
Mhm.
better. For the sake of the Lions, I think Witherspoon is probably going to be the pick.
Okay.
They drafted Kirby Joseph as well, so
Yeah, since it is my show, we are going to give majority rules to Logan and I, but Joey Porter.
Wow!
Joey Porter. is-
Wow.
For the
I
sake.
feel like it's a little loaded. we have 4 people
For the
in
sake
here.
of.
We have
but-
4 people. That's crazy.
Joe, we shouldn't even
Sorry.
talk anymore. Just let them do their
Yeah,
Nice.
honest.
We'll
I
sit
mean,
here and
hey, after that outrageous Joey Porter take,
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't think
Can't
you
even
do.
give me
There's
the benefit of the doubt.
no.
man.
I don't feel bad for you. He's not going this high.
insane.
nah.
Whatever.
Nah.
Nah.
All right, Vegas is up next. Logan, I want you to take away with a rant here because you're going to be the most experienced
Here we
player
go.
for this team.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at the QB board, right?
Hunt it.
Will Levis,
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson.
Yay.
You got even Hendon Hooker, who's I think
Yes.
is extremely too early to go here.
But
Oh yeah.
Very good,
What
but
about
also
Terry
coming
McKee?
off that injury, no thank you.
fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
You also look at the rest of the team. O line is a
Stetson
desperate need. The entire defense is basically a desperate need as well. I'd like to see Chandler Jones pan out. He didn't live up to what he was supposed to do this past season. So I'm not going to go edge.
I'd honestly say Perriman had a better year.
I'm not going to go corner.
Raiders defense was good.
You're alright, yeah.
I'll let you all give your opinion here.
We still have Tyree Wilson available.
I'm not going.
I know you're not going edge, but just heads up, he is still available.
I'm not.
I want you to go on that PFF.
Going on PFF.
I want you to go to the offensive tackles,
Offensive tackles.
and I want you to take Peter Skoronsky
Okay.
right here.
Wow.
Okay.
Peter Skor- That's a good pick.
Now you guys give your opinions as well, but my
good pick.
reasoning,
Good pick.
obviously Paris Johnson's still there,
Mm.
Yep.
but Skoronsky played both tackle and guard
Yeah.
So I think that's going to play to advantage for the Raiders.
I
Wherever they
versatile.
need him, they could move
I
him.
truly
Yeah.
believe that the Raiders are going to be playing rent-a-quarterback that can go into free agency. There are good guys to hold you over until there is a
Aaron
deeper,
Rodgers.
Hey.
deeper pool of
yeah.
there's a deeper pool of
Yeah, Aaron
good
Rodgers.
quarterback talent. Anthony Richardson is the only potential understanding exception. There is no other quarterback that is of worth my time at this point early in the draft. O-line help is perfect because you lost a lot of your offensive line talent that you literally drafted the past couple of years. How many of your first round picks from since 2018 have stayed on the team?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, go into
Zero.
go into
Say the number. Say it.
Okay, all right. Let me break it down for you.
Break it down.
Break it down.
Break it down.
Cleveland Farrell. Who?
Who?
Number 4 overall. When
Who?
you got guys like Josh Allen, Devin Bush in the draft.
What?
I mean,
What?
Devin Bush didn't really pan out to be too much, but he's a bum.
What?
What?
Alex Leatherwood.
What?
Who?
What?
Cut.
What?
Hold on. Henry Ruggs.
What?
Cut.
What?
In prison.
Literally.
Wait.
Lock him up.
Damon Arnett.
What?
Cut.
What?
Held a gun up on IG Live.
Oh,
my
God, bro. Crazy.
Raiders have to save their lives. Plain and simple. Skoronsky,
It's not a bad
go-to
pick.
Not a bad pick.
All
Great
right.
pick.
All right.
All right.
Army Knights on lineman.
Atlanta Falcons. They need pretty much anything that walks or
I want to
breathes.
go edge for them on this one,
I agree.
and I'm gonna pick a personal favorite.
Oh, good
Oh,
lord.
Lord.
We have Tyree Wilson, but poor Tyree Wilson ain't being taken nowhere.
Also, want to say that they got their picks
I'm gonna,
without majority.
but I am gonna
Yeah,
take somebody from
You shut up.
Clemson.
Shut up, Joe.
I'm gonna take somebody from Clemson with Tyree. Give me Brian Breezy,
Ryan Brace.
Maryland native.
Damascus High School legend. I want to give a quick story about Brian Breezy, right?
Go
So, my senior year in high school, we made it to the playoffs. Yeah, we didn't get past the first round. We lost to Logan's High School. Here's the problem. If we had won that game,
Where'd he go?
I would have had to.
DT.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, I would have had to basically block Brian Breezy. That would not have ended well for me.
Brace.
He is terrifying. Absolutely a monster on the field. His freshman year still stays in my mind at Clemson as a Tiger. So I'm gonna go with him because I've seen him actually quite a lot on the first round mock drafts.
Brian-
I'm gonna stick with him going to Atlanta.
Brian Brace.
Yes.
Tyree Wilson's still here.
That's my vote.
Tyree Wilson.
I know y'all.
My
can
vote's
pick
Tyree Wilson.
That's
That's
also
fine.
my vote.
All right. Well, sorry.
No, I don't care. That's fine. I gave my personal pick.
No, but
That's good though.
Give
Yeah.
someone give him some knuckles. I like that.
Knuckles.
Give him some
Give it
knuckles.
to me.
He earned that one. All right,
Maryland
Carolina
boys.
Panthers, another team that is atrociously bad right now in a lot of key spots. They have Matt Corral. They drafted last year at quarterback, kind of following up suit with Sam Darnold, their guy right now. Running back, they technically have Chuba Hubbard,
Yeah.
but he ain't really panning out to be anything special or
Give him
superstar.
another year.
This team also, tight end. I honestly don't think they need tight end, especially
No,
this early.
but if-
Tight end to me isn't a consideration because they got a few guys down there. I'm honestly forgetting names, but I do know. Shut up, Logan.
There's Michael. Meyer.
They're currently also an edge. But boys,
Yeah, he is.
personally, honestly, is running back a bad idea? Because
Yes.
there's only
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
The market for running backs. in
There's
the
one
free
running- but here's the
agency
thing, though,
is
there's-
insane.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Bijan, I mean, I just saw today, NFL officials, GMs, everything would not blame any team for taking Bijan in top 10. If you took Bijan
No.
top 10,
But there is a
You're
lot
not
of
insane
talent in
for
free
doing it.
agency.
No, that's like a safe.
he's a generational talent. There's no doubt, but knowing Carolina, they're not going to.
No, there's a lot of teams, including this guy right here, free agent right now. We talked about last week. That's under. Shut up. What? No. You guys are
He
crazy.
lost his job.
You guys are crazy. Anywho's or what's her. So what are we thinking here? Fun fact. There's still a lot of good guys on here.
There is, and I don't think Carolina takes that good guy. I think they go Will Levis.
What?
Yeah.
They pulled the trigger.
They need a quarterback. You know what I mean?
And
What about Matt
They're
Corral?
not. They're not.
We're gonna see how Matt Corral
Yeah,
goes.
they still
in
need
the
somebody
NFL.
else because Sam Darnold ain't getting it
It's
done.
not gonna get done, and I feel like they pulled the trigger. He's still on the board, and why not? It's Carolina.
Will
I don't
Levis-
care
They're
if
not
they
going to
do
get
it.
anybody from free agent.
If they do it, so be it.
All right, let's hear the draft master.
Yeah, draft master.
Yeah, he's gonna say some rando.
With the number 9 overall pick in the draft, the Carolina Panthers will select Cam Newton 2.0.
Oh,
Anthony
Richardson.
God.
Look, I agree. Matt Corral definitely could pan out. He could be great. We don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think Carolina gives him that. I don't think.
Why is Will Levis ranked PFF? Why is Will Levis ranked 4th? PFF, don't talk to me. I'm done.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think
I
they're
guess I'm
gonna
the
talk
bad
to you,
guy.
but-
They probably weren't as big enough, but
You don't have to worry about that, Sparky.
yeah. Anthony Richardson 2.0.
No.
No, Cam Newton 2.0.
Oh,
Get it right.
I mean, I don't mind the Richardson.
I know.
at all.
I can.
I think QB's definitely the spot though.
It's tough.
Anthony
Yeah.
Richardson, to me, I like Anthony Richardson more, and since it is tied, that is my
It's a
show.
majority rule.
So,
Majority rule.
Yeah.
for the se-
Rules,
for the
baby.
second-
House
for the
rules
second
now.
time in the
It doesn't matter
Wow.
if it's your show.
we're taking Anthony Richardson. All right, Philadelphia Eagles. They have the number 10 pick, despite coming up just short in the Super Bowl.
They're trading.
For some reason, they say wide receiver is the number 1 need. I honestly think,
They're trading.
especially with the free agency of potentially losing Jason Kelsey to retirement, center or guard. This was one of the best offensive lines in the NFL, but you have a lot of free agents that don't know where guys are going to go, so it's not a bad idea to get a good guy in ready for it, because within the next 2 years, Jason Kelsey is going to retire, in my opinion.
Yep. Rest in peace.
So he's not dying.
His career's.
His career's
dead.
his.
It's over.
No,
He has an
it's
successful
kidding.
podcast. It's one of the most popular families in the entire NFL's ever seen, and we're
Mama
talking
Kelsey
about death.
should've done a quick-
All right, so offensive line. Can we all agree offensive line?
Yeah.
No.
Your
I
face-
guess so.
I
I didn't
mean,
have
Your
it
face
doesn't-
says otherwise.
It doesn't
No.
matter because
I
you're
don't-
just
It
gonna
doesn't
pick. You're just gonna pick.
No,
whoever
no,
Sparky
it's
wants
only
to
if
pick.
it's tied.
I
It's only if it's tied.
strongly disagree with the
What-
O-line
What
pick.
position they take?
Yeah.
They're taking a
Quarterback.
defensive back. They're taking Christian Gonzalez. in
He
this
read it
pick.
from my phone.
Nah, here's the reason why. James Bradbury's probably more than likely not coming back. That leaves Darius Slay, who's aging, and yeah, he had a phenomenal year this year. Not gonna discredit him for that, but he's eventually gonna wear out. You're gonna need a guy replacing him. I think Christian Gonzalez behind Witherspoon. I think they're the 1A, 1B. I think it might be the good move, but you guys outruled me with the O-line pick, so I'm just gonna sit back now.
No,
and let
here's,
you guys
here's the problem. I didn't have.
Are we mad? Are we mad? Are we mad?
Oh,
We mad?
We mad?
We mad?
We're mad. We're mad.
All right, so the men with the brain cells in the room. So
Wow.
well, I guess.
Whoa!
Did you say that to author of Amazon?
Listen here,
All right, so let's talk about offensive line work. Honestly, Jason Kelsey is a center. He's. I feel like you do need to prepare for that, and there are enough good cornerbacks to take. So, Joe,
Yeah.
what do you put here?
I mean, I say they take Brian Branch. Whether you agree with me or not, Sparky.
Safety? Hey, Joe,
What's gonna happen?
Joe, can we just come to a meeting point?
Yeah. What's your
we both want
point?
DB, right?
Yeah.
Let's say
Brian
Christian Gonzalez.
Let's make it even.
Wait. 3, 2, 1.
Brian
Christian
Branch.
Gonzalez.
Wait, one more time. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Christian
Brian
Gonzalez.
Branch. Oh. No. Okay,
can't
let's
agree.
let's stay focused. They're taking Christian Gonzalez. I mean, we'll stay with the DBs here.
Hey, it's Sparky's show. It's not going to end up
Sparky
being
wants an
him.
alignment. He
No,
wants give him
you know
an
what?
alignment.
You know what?
Give the people what they want.
give the
You've
people
convinced me.
what
Christian
they want.
Gonzalez. We'll give it to him. Christian Gonzalez.
Crazy.
I say they're trading the pick. I don't think they want anybody.
Nah, theoretically. This
Oh, is that what you think?
This isn't.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
what you think.
God,
All right, guys. Tennessee. Right now.
Are we gonna get
Last
through 2
week.
rounds?
We're probably not. We're having way too much. We're having way too much fun. Titans. Alex Housecat, Titans fans says they're going O-line.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Says they're going offensive line.
Paris Johnson Jr.
Paris Johnson
Write it
Jr.
down.
Put it down.
I want to see him in a Steelers
All right,
uniform.
let's speed it up a little bit here. Texans second pick in the
They're
top
going wide
15. Who are they
receiver.
taking?
Quentin Johnson.
Johnson?
No, they're going wide receiver.
Yeah, that's
He's
Quentin
a
Johnson.
Yeah.
receiver.
Yeah, they're going wide receiver. He ain't no wide receiver. They're going Ohio State. Jackson Smith.
Okay.
All right. So Logan, the draft expert, the man of the author, the author.
The author. Hold on, let me put in Paris Johnson. I think wide receiver is definitely in play. I'm gonna try and keep my spiel
Especially
short
'cause of
since
Brandon
we're
Cooks.
about to run out of time already. We only got 35 minutes to go through like
Running out of time.
50 more picks.
Speed round it.
So, I mean, yeah, Quentin Johnson's okay here. I'll accept that. Brandon Cooks is out the door, probably more than likely.
Yeah.
One of the Texans.
All right, we are entering speed. I love that we have to speed round it because that just shows how much fun we're having
We
with
love
this.
it.
We'd love to see it. The New York Jets. Who are we taking? Quickly go.
Oh, all right. Everyone quickly name someone.
I say they take Michael Mayer with this pick.
Tight end.
I had Skronsky on the board, but the Raider fan took him, unfortunately. So
Heck yeah, I did.
Michael Myers ranked 28th.
I'm thinking Broderick Jones here. O tackle.
I was gonna go Skronsky because I thought he would be able to fall down that far.
Spose,
Because
what
I
are we
want.
thinking?
This, after I watched Mike White get his soul shot out of his
Fair
back. When Matt Milano purely speared his ribs, that is the hardest spear I think I've ever seen. They need offensive line. Broderick Jones.
what a great quarterback. I mean, quarterback.
Come on.
Man. Matt Milano is
Matt Milano got his first All Pro
one of
ever.
the most.
Guys, let's give a round of applause, Matt Milano.
That man
Matt Milano
is the most
exactly.
underrated linebacker in the league.
Literally is. No, I fully agree with that. Patriots 14th pick. Patriots are just a crapshoot everywhere. Talk to me.
Give me Mayer here.
Well, yeah, Jonnu Smith and Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry have panned out to be a whole big. So
I think they're going Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison, Michael Mayer, all offensive weapons. Talk to me, Arthur.
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 Come on,
insert
Arthur.
Arthur meme here.
Arthur.
You know what?
Yes.
Give me Brian Brzee here.
Breezy. Ooh. He's
Breezy.
going
Miss-
defensive weapon.
Mr. Weethy.
For the
The
Patriots.
inside
Bill
D
Belichick
line.
taking Brian Breezy.
So we got a wide receiver, tight end, and D lineman. For me, I honestly don't think. I think right now they're early picks. I wouldn't focus on D lineman. To me, I'm gonna follow along with a dear friend of mine here. I'm gonna go with Joe Vinzel and say Michael Meyer
Hey.
because their tight ends have panned out to be a
Come
whole
on.
jack nothing.
And they need that next offensive weapon.
You
boys.
can
Come on
put
now.
the pick in. Go ahead, send it in.
Yeah,
But
put it in.
I just don't think. I think with all the cap space, Henry and Smith are taking up right now. I think it'd be
Got him.
Watch out.
Got him.
Green Bay Packers,
Watch out.
15th overall pick. Aaron Rodgers hasn't committed back to the team yet. However, they are in need of wide receiver, tight end, edge, linebacker, according to PFF.
Yeah, I say Quentin Johnson on this one.
Even though he's already drafted.
He already.
Yeah,
We already drafted him.
Yeah, the majority role.
Um,
So you didn't put Jordan Addison down as a
No.
defense. Then I'll just go with
Jordan.
Addison.
I think Jordan.
Jordan
Addison.
Addison.
No, Jordan Addison.
I agree.
Realistically, the Packers aren't going to do this, but
No.
Hey,
I
we're
hope
smarter
they
than
do
the
it.
Packers.
I don't want Jordan Addison on the Steelers uniform, so
Yeah, get him at.
traitor.
Trade him at Washington Commanders, 16th overall pick. To me, they need secondary help. Bad.
Give me Branch.
I'll go with Branch on that one.
Give me Branch.
I'll go with Branch.
I'm okay with Brian Branch here.
All right, Brian Branch. The
Oh, the Stellars.
The Steelers.
All right.
Steelers are in need.
Rodgers.
I'm going O-line first.
I'm going
Roger.
to take a step back.
I'm a
let
res-
the
I'm-
Steelers fans cook something up.
So
here.
if it's not offensive line, it's linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to me,
You're gonna go linebacker first and then O line for the 32nd.
I honestly,
I want to go O line and then linebacker. I think we're still fine with that.
Joey, what about you? Because I do care
Because
what you have to
I
say.
know what O lineman I want.
Yeah. I mean, lineman. O lineman is the way to go. I don't know if they do it. I know that we've been defensive heavy the past couple years
Mhm.
in our first round, and
O-line's the way I would go though.
it hasn't turned out well. So
No.
let's go O line.
Yeah, we're gonna go
O-line.
O-line.
You
And I
unanimous
feel like
decision.
we all have pretty similar picks. I'm gonna give my first pick to.
Go for it.
See, Avila is still on the board,
Mm-hmm.
and he was a fantastic guard for that TCU team. I don't think that we pull the trigger on him.
Nah.
I say we go Volnese. USC.
Guard at USC.
Voorhees. I don't know why I said it like that.
Mr. Will Yoakum with a CUM. Yoakum.
Yeah, I think you're getting it right this time. Your graphic is messed up.
Thank you. To get over it.
Refresh my mind again on this, because again, I don't know what you're choosing, what you're not. I can't.
So the Steelers.
No, because I know we're going to line.
Yeah, this is all the O-line.
But did we take Broderick off the list already?
Yeah,
He's
Broderick
dead?
Jones is gone.
Then, see, I kind of do want to pull the trigger on
Broderick Jones went to the Jets. Who?
Avila.
Avila?
Avila.
His name,
Mamma
is
mia.
ILA.
Here I go again.
First, just real quick,
Give me a
he allowed
Avila.
2 hits and 9 hurries, no snaps. He over 1,000 snaps.
Mhm.
That's really, in case you didn't know, that is really, really good for Mr. Voorhees. He allowed 2 sacks and a hit and 12 hurries on just 720 snaps.
Yeah, but,
Honestly, let's be real. I think this is who we would take. This isn't what we think the teams will do.
See, I was hoping Broderick wouldn't be off the board by then, because I feel like we.
Steve Avila to me is the pick though.
But
I respect that.
There we go. Finally,
I don't think we
Sparky
do
and I
it,
agree
but-
with something.
So, all right, Detroit Lions. Back to them.
Alright, I can step back
You can
in
step
now.
back in.
Come
Here
back
we go.
in. All right, Lepiscopo, go
Alright,
first.
We took a Villa, right?
Yeah, Villa was just taken.
Alright, so the Lions, who do we mock to them? We mocked Witherspoon, right?
The Detroit Lions picked on their first overall picked up Witherspoon. Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Breezy.
Breezy's still available.
Breezy.
Breezy.
Breezy. We all
Breezy.
agree. They need
Yep.
Breezy.
Breezy.
It's easy. It's Breezy. Come on.
It's easy breezy.
It ain't easy being breezy.
Cover girl.
Cover girl.
All right, Brian Breezy. Give it to him. Tampa Bay Buccaneers got the 19th overall pick. They do have they did draft Kyle
Will
Trask.
Levis. He's still
You're not going to give
Cap.
Trask a chance?
No.
Not Kyle Trask.
I think he was.
Ron Brown would
the first Florida quarterback before
Okay.
Richardson.
I think he look. He looked good because of the weapons he had. He had Kadarius Toney. He had Kyle Pitts. I think those 2 guys alone made him stand out.
He also, you know who else he
Yeah,
had?
yeah,
You know who else?
yeah.
He did have Damian Pierce.
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
Damian Pierce as well. I mean,
Uh,
So if you go-
no, Will Levis?
I'm okay with Levis. If anyone
I hate
else,
these being picked
if
in the
anybody
first
else
round.
has another,
I mean, I had Cam Smith here, but I don't mind Levis.
Levis, I hate that he's been picked this early.
Yeah, I'll just stick with it. Yeah.
Levis is a lock, first round pick.
Unfortunately.
Which, Sparky doesn't.
People.
No, I don't agree with it at all. But that's my understanding of that topic is a little different from everyone else's. Seattle with the 20th overall pick. They did technically go O-line.
Yeah.
First time?
So edge.
So edge or D-line is definitely where they need to go.
Lucas Van Ness.
Yeah, I think Van Ness. Murphy's
Iowa.
in conversation as well, but right now I think Van Ness might be the better.
Iowa.
Van Ness,
Okay.
Iowa. You okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
good. All right, forfeited pick for the Miami Dolphins. There's nothing for them. Chargers with
Oh,
the 21st overall pick.
Yeah,
Chargers.
this pick's easy.
What you
That's
taking?
it.
Jackson Smith in Jigba.
It's Nijigba.
Tomato. He's the pick, baby.
Yeah, he is an exceptional receiver. I mean, his second the 2022 year doesn't show it, but if you look at the 2021 year, what he's capable of,
He's him.
he is him. That's very fair. Can we all agree on Mr.
Yes,
Smith?
sir.
I agree.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Everybody say aye.
Aye.
All right, Ravens 22nd overall pick.
I don't care who they pick.
They need truly. They do
Bijan,
need.
so Mel Kiper retires, baby.
I-
Let's go.
I honestly, I want edge. I think edge or corner is a legit need for this team. They
See,
locked
this is
down the
where I want to
linebacker.
phone a friend.
Jay.
I don't know if he's available.
Jay.
Brian Martin is not available.
Jay.
I'm not talking about.
Oh, really?
I'm talking about a best friend from home who I brought on the show. I don't know if he's
that's right.
available. I feel like he'd have a. Good thing to
alright.
say about it, but-
JPJ, Joey Porter Jr. Just to rub it in the wounds of Steelers fans, Joey Porter falls to the Ravens. They're gonna select him, and he's gonna ball out
This
against
guy.
the Steelers.
Whatever.
Okay.
I don't want
Yeah,
him
you say.
here, but if majority rules, majority
I
rules.
mean, I'm the only one that said something, so
No, there is no
speak your
majority because
mind.
we all don't care what they pick. I say they trade out of it and they don't have a pick at all.
I say they go save.
I say the Ravens lose their pick because they're a poverty franchise and they have nothing left to
Hey,
play for.
this says going up on YouTube. We can't be putting that out there.
Thank you, Lou.
Jeez, Louise.
No, I mean I did have Jackson here from USC,
Mhm.
so I mean, screw it. Put JPJ in there, Sparky.
I can't believe you said that.
Vikings, 23rd overall pick. D-line, linebacker, corner. They
Need
desperately.
it all.
They desperately, to me, the most key position they need is D-line help. Casey's still here from Pitt. He's
Come on.
legit. Miles Murphy's still here. I'm taking D-line if I'm picking, but this is a group. Unless it's a tie, then it's me. But
I mean, I would love my Pit boy to go off the board here in Kansas, but I say they pulled the trigger on Miles Murphy.
Maryland boys have it.
What are you, Arthur?
We got Deontay Banks from Maryland, the cornerback.
The corner.
Let's see.
Dude, they had a bottom 3 pass
12 games
defense
played,
this year.
686
They have an
yards.
aging Pat Pete. They don't have anybody else that's really shown signs of being able to step up. Miles Murphy is a good pick, and he's really falling down the draft board.
Yeah, facts. He's ranked 19th.
I know.
I think Banks is just more of a need for them.
I can stick with it. I'll go with you guys.
I'm sorry to keep going against you, Joe.
No problem, Logan.
24th overall pick. This is the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Duval.
Duval needs.
I don't even.
Duval, according to PFF, needs guard, bless you, guard, center, and DB. Offensive line, yeah.
I'm saying.
Let me see what's available for O line.
Not much.
Joey V, what are you thinking over there?
I say they pull on the wide receiver that is still on the board.
Flowers.
Zay Flowers.
I'm not
My-
opposed to it.
My only disagreement is they got Calvin Ridley coming back this year.
Yeah,
Calvin
but-
Ridley.
I mean,
Marvin
dude.
Jones is free agent.
yeah. Okay.
Don't you dare
Alright,
disrespect Zay Jones.
Are you? Yeah. Like I'm gonna disrespect Zay Jones on this podcast. Don't put words in my mouth, Logan. That man is the greatest wide receiver to ever walk.
Then why
this
draft
earth.
one?
Because you get another man.
You got Zay Jones, you got Marvin Jones, you got Christian Kirk, you
Yeah,
got
give-
Calvin Ridley.
Give Trevor Lawrence another weapon. You guys you're solid.
I'm not a Jags fan,
You
but
wanna
the,
refute?
Neither
the
am
Raiders
I.
like going Zay
Neither
Jones.
am I.
Should we call
Yeah,
Calvin Jones
exactly.
Let's call Cal. No, let's call Cal.
Hey, no, the Raiders are stupid for letting go of Zay Jones. I'm sorry, Zay Jones is probably my favorite receiver to ever play the NFL.
Minus the first 3-4 passes he was getting in the wild card game, I was a big fan of
That's why
Zay
I'm
Jones.
picking Zay Flowers because they got the same first name.
No.
I'm on to
Tim,
you.
all right. So what
Zay
are
on
you
there,
two
too.
thinking over there? Though?
Yeah.
We're thinking Cansey from Pittsburgh.
Can't see.
Hey,
Clock it.
I love that too because the boy is.
He's a dog.
Pitt.
Can't
Throw
see.
the pit,
Give it
baby.
to him. All right. Giants, 25th overall pick. Continue to. Well, this actually, we're getting to the end of the first round. Go us. I'm impressed.
We sped up.
We sped up. We did speed up a good bit. Giants. Honestly, wide receiver Zay Jones or Zay Flowers. Excuse me. You guys screwed me up. It's their
I
fault.
love
No.
Zay Jones.
So I'm
okay with Zay.
okay with Zay
I'm
Flowers
okay
here.
with Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
Z, are you okay?
Yeah.
I wanna-
no,
I wanna make-
Are you
yeah,
good? Are you good?
Yeah,
Are we
yeah.
mad?
Sure.
I
had
wanna
a
make
different
sure
pick,
I'm
but
sure-
Yes.
I wanna make-
had
for
a
the
different
Who's
pick.
your pick?
For the
Jalen Hyatt.
For the people who aren't here, I want to make sure that we know we appreciate Joe coming out here.
Yeah, thank
I
you,
appreciate-
Joe.
Shut up.
No, and I appreciate being on here. I'm glad we're having discussion. I just had different picks here. That's all.
All right, Cowboys 26th. Just like Will said, I think they should forfeit their pick because let's be real, Jerry Jones is going to overpay the guy anyway.
Yep.
$100 million off the bat. No, wide receiver in D line. I think. I mean, they do have DeMarcus Lawrence technically, but they were able to pressure the quarterback a good bit this year. But I wanna hear what you guys have to say.
Joe, you thinking Moses?
Joe, you thinking what we thinking? Go blue?
Go blue, baby!
Yeah, be Moses Smith.
We're thinking defensive lineman from Michigan, Mozzie Smith.
That man is a dog.
Smith.
No-
Sad to see him
No
go.
bias.
Nobody.
No bias.
Bonzie Smith
Go
is
blue.
taken. All right, Buffalo Bills 27th overall pick. Guard, center, DB is what PFF is thinking.
I think I'm leaning DB here.
Keep in mind, Miles Murphy is still not taken.
Yeah, but that's not a position need for them.
It's not.
Not at
I
all.
was thinking interior line.
DB.
Guard. I was thinking guard.
If we're going, all the top guys are pretty much centers.
Yeah.
I like Emmanuel Forbes.
Emmanuel
Corner.
Forbes, corner out of Mississippi State.
Yeah,
I won't
That-
fight him on that.
that's who I like.
Obviously,
He had 6 picks this year.
We're having a group discussion here.
This is the calm.
Just because I'm an author doesn't mean I get to steal the show. 'Cause
6
it's
picks,
not even
12
my
games.
show.
He's
My show is
729
Mondays at 4
snaps.
p.m. The booth review.
I was gonna give you guys a chance to do your proper clout. Don't worry, I was gonna allow you guys to do your plug. Seriously,
Shame.
there will be a plug
Shame.
session. There will be a plug session.
No
I
shame.
promise. I'm not against Emmanuel Forbes, but Joey, what are you looking at?
I'm not against Emmanuel Forbes either. No, I'm good with this pick. They need the help there.
What about you, Mr. Smokum?
I'm going with Logan on that one.
All right, Forbes unanimous decision.
I'm not angry with that one.
Alrighty. Bengals 28th pick, tackle, D-line, corner. You know what Bengals could use? They got the inside guys. I think they could use an edge.
Yeah.
They could use an
I
edge.
say he's the edge.
I'm okay with Murphy.
Murphy. I agree. Miles Murphy.
He slid
we-
far enough.
We
Yeah,
release you.
we
9
release
picks.
you.
9 picks later than you're supposed to.
Be free.
All right. So the New Orleans Saints have this pick through San Francisco. The 29th overall pick. Corner, D line, and cornerback is what PFF says. What I say, there's no quarterback to be taken here. That's legit.
They're gonna probably get Derek Carr.
They're probably getting Derek Carr. So I think, honestly, Cam Jordan's getting old. You got linebackers like Demario Davis, who's legit. So I think corner is not a bad look at here. Or secondary at least.
I think Nolan Smith from Georgia or Andre Carter from Army. I think either of those are good. Like you said, I think it's more cornerback. You got Lattimore still.
Yeah, you got one, but
You
there's
got-
4
you
secondary
got,
spots.
You got Paulson Adebo. You got Tyrann Matthew. I think they're pretty good, decent there. I mean Tyrann Matthew.
I'm not.
as
I
well.
don't get what's up the hype on Tyrann Matthew as of the last 3 years, but that's just me.
It's your show.
Edge. Andre Carter, Nolan Smith, very reasonable. Joey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going Nolan Smith
Nolan
on
Smith.
this one, so.
For the sake of support, Nolan Smith.
Yep.
We'll give it to Nolan.
How nice of you.
Shut up, Logan. Philadelphia Eagles, 30th overall pick.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time. He needs to get off the board.
Yeah.
He's not slipping.
Who? B. John.
Bijan
Robinson.
Miles Sanders is a free agent.
Miles, yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean Boston Scott and
Kid-
Kenneth Gainwell are good
Miles Sanders
RB2s.
walking into Philly.
Come on.
Bijan Robinson, I like it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
cool. I thought you were. I'm sorry. I thought you someone said something.
No.
31st overall pick, Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl champions. Wide receiver, D line. Let's see what they even have wide receiver wise right
You know
now.
it's bad when there are like 2 needs.
Nath-
They only need
Nathaniel-
2 positions.
Nathaniel Dell, Josh Downs, Kayshawn Boyd, or
Jalen Hyatt.
I like Jalen Hyatt.
So do
I don't mind Hyatt.
I don't mind
Jalen
that.
Hyatt. Come on. That'd be a scary wide receiver core.
Yeah.
Jalen Hyatt is going to the
That would
going
be
to the Kansas City
insane.
Chiefs.
Oh,
and
so
the Kansas City
scary.
Bulls. All right, guys, 18 minutes to get through 32 picks.
Should we just like go in a rotation maybe?
Yeah. All right. I'll start because it's the Steelers.
Yep.
Steelers traded this with Chicago. We are going to go on the defensive side of the ball now. We kind of addressed it. Steelers
Come on,
line,
Sparky.
offensive line is progressing.
Come on.
Hey guys,
Sparky.
feel free to make fun of him here if he
Make
messes
fun
up.
nicely.
Laugh at him.
To me, linebacker is the next up and coming deal to me because it's a problem. Honestly, there are some good guys left, but I think Henley is the best option left, and I think they do need linebacker.
Well, then pick him.
Then pick him.
All right, I'm going Henley.
Everybody's for themselves now.
All right, who's Logan? Go for the Texans.
Alright, the Houston Texans. Who do we take for them already? We took Quinn Johnson. We got Bryce Young. Alright, we focus a lot on offense. Let's move to defense. I think it's clearly Andre Carter.
Andre Carter.
He balled out at Army. I think he had the 2nd most sacks in college football.
Give me
Okay.
that.
So,
All right, well,
Arizona Cardinals.
yep.
All right. Got guard center Ed.
let's see who we took for them already.
Yeah,
I don't
let's take-
remember.
I don't remember either. It's been.
Did we take?
The
yeah,
Arizona
number 3.
Cardinals-
We had Jalen Carter.
Got- they
Jalen
got-
Carter. That's right. We agreed on that. So
That's it.
You think I'm saying they're gonna stick with defense still.
Okay.
I do think they're gonna stick with defense, and right now the best edge still left on the board is Will McDonald, Iowa State. So I think they're gonna go edge.
All right, Indianapolis Colts 35th overall pick, Joe Vinzel.
Give me Clark Phillips the third.
Clark Phillips the third.
The third.
The third.
The
What's his
third.
position?
Cornerback.
Corner?
Yep. I had him at Steelers pick.
CB.
He kind of fell off a little bit, but I feel like he's a pretty low rated talent.
Look at that
but
headshot.
He was down there.
he's a
Yeah,
Does he have AirPods in?
Yeah, he does.
that man.
Oh,
that
yeah.
man was a god.
Lock him in.
That man was
He's
a
a
god
stud.
in Utah, man.
All right, Clark Phillips. All right, Rams, 36 overall pick. Back to me. Honestly, I've been a big fan on the Rams recently. You still have Dalton Kincaid. However, they're not going to draft him. They don't need a tight end. What they need, to me, right now, I mean, edge is definitely something I'd be considering. Offensive line as well. But I think B.J. Ujulari out of LSU is the legit take.
Stud.
I will take Ujulari for the
Stud.
Rams.
Hey,
All right,
You want,
back to Logan
you want
with
to take Seattle, so I
Seattle.
can have the Raiders pick?
Yeah, if you want the Raiders pick.
Oh,
go
no,
ahead.
yeah.
No. Who do we pick for Seattle? I also forgot that. That was.
That was early.
we took. Oh no, we took a.
We took a.
We took
Cyrus
Luke
Torrance.
Lucas Van Ness.
Oh yeah, we took.
We took
so
Van
we're
Ness,
taking edge
and we took Van Ness and
interior
Osiris
line.
Torrance. Vanessa and Osiris Torrance.
So then, like, let's go D line on that one. Let's just go interior D line. Can't even click on it. I'm so bad with computers. This is tough.
You got Sayaki Ika. What the heck is that? Kenu Benton.
Wow.
Moro Ojamo.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Jaqueline Roy. Kobe Turner.
Let's just go with let's go. No, Baylor boy. Let's get the Baylor boy.
All right, Sayaka Ika.
All right.
All right, Raider boy.
All right. He's been
Speak.
thinking about this all day.
Go ahead,
I've been
doctor.
thinking about it all day. We got Peter Skoronsky. Lock it in. Now we need a DB because our DBs are absolutely atrocious. So we're gonna go cornerback position here, and we are gonna take Cam Smith from South Carolina.
Yeah. Good pick.
All right, Carolina Panthers is going to go to Joe Vinzel.
Carolina, I mean, there's a lot of needs still.
Dalton Kincaid.
We got.
We got Richardson.
Yeah, we got Dalton Kincaid on there. I don't think they take him. I'm going Anton Harrison, Oklahoma tackle.
Very fair. All right, Saints quarterback. They're not going to take. D line. We already mentioned corner once. D line legit take, but I think we're kind of reaching now with that kind of stuff. Edge wise, I think the Saints need an edge. If I just to double check, make sure our last pick we did take edge with Nolan Smith. Let's see. Oh, I want to take a look also. I also want to take a look at linebacker. Linebacker wise, Trenton Simpson, Jack Campbell, DeMarvin Overshawn. To me,
The suspense is killing me.
two edges or linebacker. To me, I'm going to take the edge out of USC. Tuli, you know what?
Just
I'm not
don't,
going to say it. I don't want to butcher his name.
It's better not to say it.
Tuli out of USC, the edge. We'll go for him. Titans, go to Logan.
All right, Titans are on the clock. I believe we took. We took Paris Johnson.
Yep.
So
I didn't finish
I
my
think it's
thought.
only right to go ahead. Let's just the wide receiver position now. They let go of Robert Woods, so they're gonna need someone else there. They're gonna go speed here. I think they're gonna go with Nathaniel Dell from Houston.
All right.
Pair him up with Traylon Burks there.
Aight.
Your favorite
Browns.
team, Will?
Yeah. The Brownies, you know they.
Draft
I'm
him a
also-
punter.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Oh,
The
I'm
Browns.
thinking about it. No, I'm gonna stick with wide receiver on this one for them. I'm not gonna go Josh Downs. That is not who I'm gonna go. Go away. I was thinking they might be taking Keyshawn Butte.
Butte.
Wide receiver, you there?
Alrighty. New York Jets goes to Joe Vinzel.
Let's see it, Joe.
Woo! Sparky, I want you to hit that linebacker tab for me.
Oh.
It's another need that the Jets do have, and I'm going to have Trenton Simpson off the board from Clemson.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it. I
Picasso.
want a little bit more of it.
Picasso.
All right. Atlanta Falcons for me. Tyree
Tyree Wilson's
They-
already been taken.
Wilson's been taken. To me, I've taken a bit of edges while I've been on, so I'm trying to avoid doing that.
It's what they need.
But it is what they need.
But they already took Tyree Wilson.
Yeah,
so
they
I
did.
don't
They
know.
already got their really good edge.
I'm not.
They got receiver-wise. They got Drake London. You got Kyle Pitts. They got who else is there? There's one other name I'm forgetting.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Wide receiver.
Olamide Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus.
That was not a Harry Potter spell, by the way. That's the guy's name.
You got Drake London. You just drafted last year. I don't think you take a wide receiver in the second round. For me, I'm gonna go Dalton Kincaid.
I despise you, Sparky. I was gonna take him for the Packers pick.
Want to trade? No. All right, Dalton Kincaid to the Atlanta
Can you believe
Falcons.
that,
I think they need
dude?
I think they need a tight end bad.
You know what? I'm going tight end anyway. There's so many good tight ends. We're gonna go with the guy with perhaps the longest wingspan. I believe they said I think it was in like history for tight ends. Darnell Washington from Georgia.
Darnell Washington.
This dude.
What up?
Fellow
He's
column major Jeremiah
insane.
Miller loves this
He's
Washington.
a 6'7", 207. That's an offensive tackle playing
That's
tight end.
insane.
Holy moly!
270, dude.
All right,
6'7",
Patriots.
270.
Patriots for Mr. Will Yoakum there.
Let me lock in my Washington pick there.
I was for Patriots. See, I want to get tackle for them. And there's a nice one that I'm looking right at.
There's
And
a
I'm
couple nice
gonna pick him. DeJuan Jones from Ohio State. That's who the Patriots are gonna take.
Who? Jones?
DeJuan
here it
Jones,
is.
offensive
Here it is.
tackle.
Alrighty, Washington Commandos is going to Joe Vinzel.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent still
Commanders.
up on PFF. They got Josh Downs sitting right there. It's another weapon that Washington can use. And, yeah, I'm going to go with them. Wide receiver in North Carolina, Josh
He's going
Downs.
with Josh Jones. I didn't.
Alright, Lions for me.
I like that pick.
Lions for me. They got Anzalone at linebacker who's legit and capable. Just want to double check on our picks. So we got Breesy on the D line. And then we got Devon Witherspoon, and then they also got one more, I'm pretty sure. Or no, that's it. For me, I think linebacker would be a legit look for this team. Or if not linebacker, definitely safety as well. There's still Antonio Johnson here on the board. Honestly, they need secondary help. I'd take Antonio Johnson.
Alright, I get the Steelers pick.
The Steelers to Logan Lepiscopo.
I can't wait for you guys to hate me here.
He's going to pick a bad
Alright,
one on
so let's
purpose.
So we got a guard in the first round. We got a linebacker with that number 32 pick.
Yep.
Will, don't look in my laptop here. Don't just
As he looks at your laptop.
close your eyes.
As he looks at the
Eyes
laptop.
are closed.
Alright.
No, they're not. They're wide
This is
open.
for all the Steelers fans out there. You'll hate me or love me for this pick. Give me Tyreek Stevenson, cornerback from Miami.
I love that pick.
The U.
I love that pick, actually. I wanted you to go cornerback, and you went cornerback.
Remember the last
I
corner we
respect
got
you.
from Miami?
Yeah, okay.
Artie Burns.
Yeah, that
That
bum.
pick burned.
No, he
to the ground.
absolutely stunk.
You
But
get the box.
he,
I think
honestly,
the Bucs.
that man is a good
Did you take
secondary
a
player.
first one for them?
For the Buccaneers,
Yeah,
we
you're
went
gonna get from
cornerback,
fifth.
right? Or we went quarter.
I think we went. I thought we went.
We went Will Levis.
yeah.
Oh, okay, then I'm gonna.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick offensively. They're gonna go tight end from Oregon State, Luke Musgrave.
All right, Seattle, Joe. We are getting the end. We got 12 picks left.
Yeah, we got
12 picks, 7 minutes.
We got a
Plenty of
lineman
time.
in the first round. Weipler was my pick for them early on, but obviously he's still on the board. But when you're hovering over that northwestern edge right there, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that
No,
name.
I'm
But
not either.
that man destroyed Michigan, so let's go with him off the board.
All right, Miami Dolphins. Oh, hey, they got this pick back. Awesome. O-line or corner. To me, this team needs offensive line help. I don't want to see any of their quarterbacks get hurt again. It's kind of getting sad. Luke Weipler's still here. I'll go Luke Weipler. He's a very talented center.
All right. The rival Los Angeles Chargers.
Don't say kicker here, just because you're a Raiders fan.
Yeah, I didn't see a kicker for the Browns.
Facts. Take it seriously.
All right. So we took Jackson Smith, and I'm not gonna say the last part because apparently I messed it up last time. So
Yeah,
It's
don't
Ninja
you
Buck.
whatever
Whatever you
Sparky
say.
says, it's his show, right?
I mean, it is, but I'm an Ohio State fan, so I can tell you.
Ooh.
Boo.
Boo me all you want. You hate to love me. You hate to love me.
I don't.
Go blue, baby.
Go
Blue, baby. All right.
I do love Charles Woodson. He's like one of my favorite all time.
Yeah, me too. Just gonna go ahead, keep it simple here for the Chargers. Their cornerback sucked, and which is a shame because J.C. Jackson played well when he was healthy. Asante Samuel played pretty well towards the end of the year. I mean, no one's gonna forget that 3-interception game against the Jags in the playoffs, even though they lost.
Oh yeah.
Let's go ahead and buff it up a little bit more. Give me Garrett Williams from Syracuse.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
Now, Mr. Bears is going to go.
I got the Bears.
The amount of needs has gone 2 lines here. That's crazy.
Yeah, the Bears need a lot of help here. I mean, they got a wide receiver, tight end, O-line,
They should have
D-line,
put
LB,
every
DB.
big-
They need every single
Don't go
position,
tight
so
end. Cole
I'm
Kmet's
not
good.
gonna go. I'm not gonna go tight end.
Don't.
No. You know, here I'm gonna probably stick with O-line for the Bears. I feel like as much help as they can
Save Justin
get,
Fields.
as much as they need for Justin Fields. I'm gonna go Darnell Wright from Tennessee to the Bears.
Are you from Tennessee?
No, he's really only 10 I see.
Oh,
Wow.
how turntables.
That's crazy.
Office too.
All right.
Oh my
Go.
gosh. The booth review every Monday, 4 o'clock. The combine is starting soon. I'm hype.
Hunt it.
Come and listen.
Jacket Sports Weekly on WCTV's YouTube channel
Hell
at WCTV. I'm the producer of that show. It airs on WCTV's local network at 7 p.m. as well as YouTube on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. And Charity Dodgeball, late March. Students of Waynesburg, be on the lookout for that.
We'll be there.
Yeah, no, catch me on Nerd Alert every other week. I'm usually a regular on Talent. I don't run the show, but it almost feels like I am. I'm there every week. On Nerd Alert today, we talked about Harry Potter, so don't forget to check out that episode.
100%. Again, Joe. Between Joe, Will Wilson, Logan Lepiscopo, the Arthur. I appreciate everybody tuning in here. We are going to cut it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the rest of the content here that the boys named, along with my own stuff. Spitting Facts, Sports with Sparky. Appreciate all the support and love. Subscribe, like, comment. Want to hear your ideas and topics. We'll have the picture up here, back here as well. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Stay safe, everybody. Get a little down here. Get everyone in here. We'll definitely get in here for the thumbnail. All love from the boys here in the studio. We'll see you guys next week.